But it's really about a holistic approach of soil biology management, soil nutrient management and organic management to be able to give us a bit more resilience of our soils.
Welcome back to the Vegalogue podcast, a dialogue about the Australian vegetable industry from AUSVEG. I'm Tom Bicknell. On a windy day in May, 20 vegetable industry members got together to hear the latest lessons from a trial site hosted by Butler Market Gardens near Melbourne, run by the Soil Wealth and Integrated Crop Protection Project. Butler Market Gardens has hosted a Soil Wealth ICP trial at their Skye farm for a number of years. The trial has been a useful vehicle for the business to explore its own practices, as well as generating lessons for the wider industry. I caught up at the field day with Camilla Humphries from RMCG and Dale Creed from Butler Market Gardens. What's the event that you're running here this afternoon?
Well, Tom, we're here today at Butler Market Gardens in Skye, southeast of Melbourne, for the Soil Wealth Integrated Crop Protection Field Day. And the focus of today's field day is on nutrient use efficiency. And so RMCG, AHR have been working with Butler Market Gardens and specifically with Dale Creed, our operations manager, to try and manage nutrients, minimise the use and reliance on synthetic fertiliser inputs through the use of cover crops. And we've been trying to improve the soil structure of the sandy loam soils here, and also improving the soil microbiology and cycling of nitrogen that's available to the cash crop in the following rotation.
So what's on the program tonight?
So we have Doris Blazing, my colleague from RMCG. She's going to be talking specifically on cover crops and summer and winter cover crops. And then we have Bruce Scott from Campbell's Fertiliser, who's going to be talking about different slow-release fertilisers, which are polymer-coated fertilisers.
Dale Creed manages production and harvest for Butler Market Gardens and has been working with the Soil Wealth ICP team on the trial for 2 years.
So we're at our Skye farm, and this farm is one of our core farms, sandy loam ground, and it's definitely a higher producing property compared to some of our heavier ground, which we have down towards Bunyip, our farm at Katani.
And how big is the property and what kind of crops are you growing here?
This property is 37 acres, but when we talk about the top of the lands and the actual productive space square metres, it's about 7.5 hectares, 18 acres. We grow here a combination of crops between spring onions, Asian veg being bok choy, choy sum, Chinese broccoli, pak choy and baby buck, and also herbs being coriander, continental parsley, curly parsley and dill.
Could you give me an overview of the trial that you're running here at this property for Butlers?
So it initially started a couple of years ago where Camilla from RMCG, we started looking at the trial around cover crops. So we initially had a sorghum, buckwheat and also a legume crop in 3 separate trial bays. And this essential aim was to try to increase organic matter in that soil profile, and also as it's very sandy ground on a ridge, just trying to get a better soil organic matter content, and also increase soil nutrient cycling.
And so what have you been finding out so far in the trial?
So far we've found that the organic matter has risen in the soil profile, and also we've found that the crops in general have been pretty healthy, although we've also been doing other trials just around germination of seeds, which we'll be discussing today, and also looking at nitrogen cycling and how much nitrogen was within the soil profile, and trying to get a better gauge of how much nitrogen we can be applying in our blends to get a better use efficiency.
And is there any specific things you're looking forward to showing people at the event tonight?
Really, it's about just having a discussion about what we've learnt to the moment, and then going forward how we can be better utilising cover crops and also nitrogen management. It's a nutrient cycling, using cover crops to be able to mine deeper in the profile to bring up nutrients that may have leached from the top 10 and maximise nutrient efficiency from previous nutrient fertiliser applications.
And so how long has Butler's been involved in the Soil Wealth ICP project?
It's been the last 2 years. It originally came from a conversation that was had at VicVid 23, and as there was trials happening at our Katani site for that field day. And yeah, so we really thought there was a good opportunity there to align to see what opportunities could come about through trialling different methods on farm.
So as a grower, what do you think the benefits of being involved in trials like this are?
I think it's a good opportunity to be able to assess current practice, evaluate whether there's opportunity to implement different strategies within our growing cycles. And ideally, we would like to move towards a program that is more nutrient efficient, also to be able to get a better rotation cycle for weed management, pathogen management where that is, as we also have done trial further to looking at caliente and managing pathogens, so Pythium in the profile. But it's really about a holistic approach of soil biology management, soil nutrient management and organic management to be able to give us a bit more resilience of our soils. So yeah, this trial goes for another 3 years and look forward to really being able to assess how we can integrate cover crops more across the business, across our farming sites to build soil nitrogen through those means, maybe using legume crops, also mining soil nutrients up from the profile as previously mentioned, and being able to extrapolate out soil testing to be able to look at pathogen management across our farm sites.
Field days like this one are all about giving growers direct access to trials and those who run them. And Camilla says the goal is for growers who attended the event to take useful knowledge home with them.
I'm hoping they'll get more of an understanding that there's not a single approach to reducing the use of nutrients, that there are multiple ways how you can not only improve the nutrient use efficiency of your crops, but also improve the structure and soil biology and health of your soils.
And I'd imagine, given the conditions tonight, there's going to be some conversations around reducing the risk of erosion from winds.
Yes, exactly. So we want to keep as much topsoil as we can by tying it up with some cover crops and not letting it be in fallow for too long. Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks, Tom.
The Soil Wealth and Integrated Crop Protection Project is funded by Hort Innovation using the Vegetable and Melon Research and Development levies and contributions from the Australian Government under project code MT22004. You've been listening to the Vegalogue podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and give the podcast a rating and review. Vegalogue is produced by AUSVEG, the peak industry body for Australian vegetable growers. You can find more news and information from AUSVEG at ausveg.com.au, on our social media channels, or in Australian Grower magazine. See you next time.